The sun was already setting by the time the good news came. After escorting Kanon home, I went to the company headquarters to investigate the Shinei group's most recent movements. You found him? The call was from Horibe. Apparently, he'd already reported to Gonzo. Are they talking about Mephistopheles? Already? I really have to hand it to these guys. I should have known their senses would be exceptionally sharp amongst these familiar streets. But even though you got his address, you still didn't catch him? Horibe continued as if ashamed. It went like this. A debtor told Shu that he had seen the accomplice. Shu had spread the word that any information would warrant a reward, and that debts could be nullified in part. It was only a verbal agreement, of course, but those ever-hungry soulless slaves of money nevertheless mobilized with bloodshot eyes and searched for Mao's accomplice. An address turned up in the outskirts of the central district, where my apartment was. Earlier this afternoon, as Shu was searching around, he stumbled upon his prey. Shu gave chase immediately, but was attacked as he turned the corner and lost his target. Afterward, Horibe rounded up a search team and put some brutal pressure on the people living nearby. After countless interrogations, they finally found the man's apartment. I can only imagine the cruel smile on Horibe's face right about now. Alright, I'll come join you right away. Horibe's dog laugh screeched to a halt as I hung up. I immediately contacted Usami and headed toward the scene. 8 p.m. The place had already been searched. It was a cheap room in a cheap building, and it was utterly unsettling. Black. The table, cabinets, carpet, everything was pitch black. Construction paper was pasted over the windows, making it impossible for light to seep into the room. On one of the walls hung a scroll with the characters for Empire drawn in calligraphy. His shelves were lined with massive amounts of books in that same vein, probably serving to fuel his anti-societal ideals even further. The fact that everything was in neat order only added to the eeriness. Usami charged in, gasping for air. You are more than late. Was it your part-time job? I gave her a rundown of what happened. Horibe is leading them to Tokyo Station right now. Yeah, apparently the punk is trying to escape to Hakata. Fukuoka, you idiot! Why did you think of ancient China? I searched the creep's room just now. Horibe didn't touch anything once he saw the room was empty and left the rights to search it to me. The first thing we noticed was that the safe had been emptied. The door was left open and there was nothing but a seal stamp left inside. The closet was open too, and clothes were scattered everywhere. The computer was still on. He really was in a rush. And he was online too. The browser was still open. The blog of some random entertainer. I thought so too, so I checked his history. That brought me straight to the Japan Railways website. I also looked at his search strings and discovered that he had looked up information about getting a seat on a bullet train to Hakata. I'm afraid so. The creep left at 4:30. His phone, I hit redial and a taxi company picked up. It takes around an hour and a half to get to Tokyo by taxi, less than that if you change to a train somewhere along the way. I don't know if we'll make it or not, but I sent a few people to Haneda Airport in Tokyo.
飛行機なら1時間半くらいですからね。なるほど、博多駅で待ち伏せするわけですね。さすがに浅井さんは手際がいい。
Usami nodded in appreciation, then lifted her finger.
しかし落とし穴がありますね。
I know, he searched for the bullet train line which terminates at Hakata, but that does mean he's going to get off at Hakata.
素晴らしい。
All we know is the name of the train line Saijo searched for. I sent people to Yokohama, Nagoya, Osaka, and all the other stations to cover all the bases. Also, Gonzo's Tsunoyama group is a huge organization with over 1,000 people. Certainly, one would need a good number of people in order to secure so many exits, but these people almost lost a blood brother to this man. Thus, no matter how long the journey is, they would bear the suffering. Still, if we really escape to Western Japan, we're in quite a bit of trouble.
はあ、ヤクザさんには領土ってのがあるんでしょうね。
She's right though, in Hakata, which isn't part of our territory, so a man can't just go around grabbing people off the streets like they do here.
だからこそ博多ですか。明太子も美味しいですしね。なかなか考えていますね。
She bent down as she joked around.
ゴミ漁りです。
Don't tell me you are hunting for clues.
ええ、部屋の中は浅井さんがしっかりと確認してくださったと信じていますので、自分は汚れ担当ということで。
Wading in the putrid pile of garbage, she tore open bags with a perfectly calm expression.
ありました。大日本がどうとか書かれたノートの端切れです。この袋が西条の出したゴミですね。なるほど。やはり。
Huh? Ah, you knew what?
いえ、西条は魔王に指示された内容以外では割と無防備なのではないかと思いまして。魔王のレールの設計図はともかく、レールを敷いている人間がミスを犯していることに期待します。特にゴミです。普通に生活している分には気にもしないでしょうが、ゴミの山は証拠の山です。
She plunged her hand into the bag, closely examining the contents. A mountain of evidence? But Saijo's already on a bullet train.
ええ。浅井さんの言うことには一応の筋は通ってますね。
Is there something still bugging you?
できすぎているような気がするんですよ。うわ、くさ。お風呂たっぷり入んなきゃ。
Hey, what are you calling easy?
パソコンの電源を消し忘れるほど慌ててたんなら最初からつけなきゃいいのにと。芸能人のブログなんてフェイクをかましてくれたわけでしょ。本当に慌ててたんですかね。
She has a point. There was no real need for him to check the railway website from his own room. It would be far safer to find a random internet cafe while on the move and search for information there.
そもそも新幹線の空席情報なんて調べますかね。年末ならともかく自由席なら立ってでも乗れますし。
That's logical.
しかし西条の心理的になるべく遠くに逃げたいと思っていても不思議はないです。人間テンパると何するか分かりませんし。
Perhaps I was a little hurried too. Sorry, I guess I was so focused on getting the clues that I got careless. There's a good chance that Mao's true goal was to mislead us into thinking that his man was on his way to Hakata. Usami didn't speak, but merely shook her head in response. Suddenly, her face stiffened. She picked up a piece of paper.
浅井さんたちは何時くらいにこのアパートに来たんですか？
I showed up a little after 6. Horibe got here a bit earlier. Usami stared at the dirty piece of paper.
本日5時頃配達に伺いましたが、留守でしたので、とありますね。
What the fuck? Someone left him a note? Usami nodded.
不在票を捨てたということは、西条は少なくとも5時過ぎまでは家にいたということです。
That's right. If Saijo had left at 4:30 as I had guessed, then the note would be in the mailbox, not in the garbage. The cab was bait. He only called it. He never got in.
いえ、乗車して少しの距離を走ったところで降りたのでしょう。そうしないとタクシー会社の人も浅井さんに何か言うはずです。
I wish I had asked for the specific drop-off location when I called. No, I'm not the police. There's no reason for them to tell me. He got out nearby, and when he got back to his room, the note was there, right?
ええ。しかしこれは大きな手がかりです。
Usami clenched the note in her hand and stood up. If he didn't get the package, then that means Saijo might come back for it.
それは考えにくいですね。ヤクザさんに追われているという事実は揺るがないのですから。
So, you mean?
はい。荷物の配送先こそ西条の新しい潜伏先です。
Usami took out her phone and dialed the number on the ticket.
あ、もしもし。ええ。伝票番号ですね。はいはい。265。
It looks like she's being forwarded to speak with the driver directly.
ええ、先ほど再配達をお願いしましたね。あ、私は西条の妹です。ええ。兄はどこに荷物を届けさせましたかね。兄が忘れちゃったみたいで。はい。中央区のプラザホテルですか。そうですか。ありがとうございました。あ、いえいえ。そのままそこに届けてください。
The call ended. The Plaza Hotel?
ええ。わかりますか？
I do. Send some people over there right now.
お願いします。出入り口をしっかり固めて、ぜひとも捕まえなければ。
Alright, I'll give Gonzo the scoop and ask for more men. After sending Hoodie Bear and the rest of them on a wild goose chase, I'll have to personally apologize anyway.
わかりました。それでは。
Usami handsomely dashed out into the night road. Well then, I suppose I've got things to do too. It's not like there aren't any variables whatsoever. Naturally, my plan is perfect, but the choice of executor may present some problems. The phone in my chest pocket began vibrating. It was my loyal Prince of Hell, Mephistopheles, Saijo. I guess he turned into Maou again. Huh? Did you delete the email I sent you? However, if the police become involved, they may be able to recover deleted data. I'll just remove the computer entirely from his room later. What do you think of the hotel? I hope you're satisfied with their accommodations. Saijo seems to be very upset. Whatever do you mean? That's correct, but didn't you foresee this and lay traps? If they can't even solve a problem on that level, then there's no need to worry about them. It's still too early to relax. There will be no problems, I promise you. As long as you don't make any stupid mistakes, that is. Right, I didn't finish last time. Haru stood silently on a sidewalk outside of the hotel, staring at the entrance completely still. Kyosuke had called moments ago. Kyosuke had to accompany Gonzo, so he couldn't come to the hotel personally. However, he sent every nearby member of the Sonoyama group to her aid. The young man sitting on the guardrail looked like they were playing on their cell phones, but each and every one of them was actually watching the hotel's entrance. After 10 o'clock, the sea of people thinned out and almost 20 devilish-looking men appeared. After a few words of greeting, they immediately began preparations for raiding the room. The underground parking lot, the 4 exits of the hotel, and the fire exits were all covered. All possible escape routes had been sealed. Perhaps the men simply had incredible discipline as they all set out to do their respective duties without a word of complaint. Someone had already gone in disguise as a would-be guest and got Saijo's room number from the front desk. The only thing left was to charge him. Haru's thoughts raced as she walked along the hotel's marble hall. Silence reigned over everything. Perhaps it was simply excellent installation, but not a speck of sound escaped from the numerous doors. Why did Maou choose to work with Saijo? With an accomplice, a criminal can achieve much more, for sure. However, at the same time, more issues also arise. Often a brilliant plan by a brilliant criminal is ruined by a stupid henchman. Things just didn't end up. Naturally, Maou had thought this out. He would have properly planned ahead of time. Even if Saijo did get captured, he would still make his escape. Nevertheless, bits and pieces of his plan would be pried from his accomplice's mouth. So why? A man escorting her murmured. He was a portly man. A golden chain gently dangled around his fat neck. Before Haru knew, she was already in front of the room that Saijo had reserved. Words softly floated from her mouth.
ノックしてもらえますか。自分がドアの覗き穴の前に立ちます。
Saijo already knows what Haru looks like, even so her image would be less apt to cause a panic than that of a Yakuza thug. She took out the white scarf from her skirt pocket and applied a bit of makeup. If she brings her face really close to the door, then the person inside won't see her clothes. Her fat entourage stood in front of the door and made a light fist. He knocked. What's going on? My grip tightened on the phone I was speaking to Saijo with. At this hour? Be careful, take a good look at them through the peephole first. Saijo's breathing dominated the phone's signal for a few moments. A woman? Surely it isn't. Do you recognize her? He saw Usami once at the harbor. A vague answer. I remembered Usami's outrageous hair. Perhaps this was all within her calculations, but without that hair, the girl would look radically different. Don't count on it. I spoke flatly. I have never known a delivery person to bring something at midnight. Perhaps sensing my caution, Saijo also lowered his voice. Does she have any intention of leaving? If that's Usami, then why? A shiver crawled over my body. How could she possibly have discovered this hotel? I have something to ask you. This may be the last time I speak to Saijo. Did you clear out all the garbage in the room? Then, answer her. Open the door. Yes. Right. There's no other way. If they've chased him this far, there's nowhere to run. Those Yakuza, the Soa Alliance, will have already sealed off all exits. Not even a drop of water can escape their barricades. Locking himself in would only buy time. The knocking continued, but after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, there was still no answer. She couldn't even feel the presence of a living person in there. Though she'd begun to waver, Haru contacted the front desk. She suggested that the man inside might have collapsed. The management informed her shortly thereafter that no one was answering the phone either. After telling them of her intentions to check inside the room, a building manager finally came to meet her with a set of keys. The door swung open. Why? Haru bit her lip hard as crushing defeat gnawed at her heart. My terrible assumptions were unfounded. The phone rang once more. Ha! Saijo wouldn't call so quickly after being apprehended. I can safely posit that he is safe. That's probably because you packed your things in such a hurry. Nonetheless, it's good that nothing happened. Your pursuers should be dashing to the Central District's Plaza Hotel right about now. I was just worrying too much. In other words, I had overestimated Usami. Usami could only go as far as the Plaza Hotel. She couldn't possibly have predicted that Saijo might be in this cheap hotel in the Eastern District. Yes, ever since the incident at the arena, they had begun to underestimate you. You were the one who told me your luggage was set to be delivered this afternoon, correct? That was a great help. The delivery notice was left as bait. The delivery man was sent to the wrong hotel on purpose. To a hotel where Saijo checked in but never stayed. Instead, Saijo went into the Plaza Hotel and entered his room once, then left immediately and went to the Eastern District.
私は今度こそ魔王の指示通り全てをやってのけた。博多行きを匂わせるようなウェブサイトを巡り、検索エンジンにも履歴を残し。
Don't forget the cab at 4:30. That way, even Yakuza could infer that you were going to Hakata.
けれど、実際にはタクシーはすぐに降りてアパートまで戻る。そして不在票を手に入れる。
It was a bit of a dramatic masterpiece, a play that suggested he had left despite staying right where he was.
不在票をゴミ袋に詰めて捨てれば、私のミスを探していた連中が必ず探し当てて宅配業者に連絡すると。
Usami's limit was right there.
裏の裏を書いたわけだな。
You left her the clues. All we really gauged was how Usami would interpret them. In the end, the children found an answer and, intoxicated with happiness, stopped searching for the truth. The Yakuza heading for Hakata, Usami heading for the hotel. They are all the same.
鮮やかなものだな、魔王。
Oh, please. That wasn't modesty. Do you know of Zhuge Liang's empty fort strategy? At first glance, it's a brilliant tactic with a ruse within a ruse, but it's actually nothing more than a pathetic getaway scheme. In the end, the fact that Saijo is being chased by the Soa Alliance hadn't changed. It doesn't really matter whether or not this battle is won. Well then, let's continue.
ああ、その宇佐美という少女だったな。
I mustered all the coldness I could. Let's kill her.